Today, on Be Something Wonderful, how to be your new identity in reality, no matter what. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, welcome back. Big video this morning in the studios of Be Something Wonderful here in Las Vegas. I want to talk about a client that I had yesterday. Second meeting with this client. And really what she's providing now is a masterclass on how to be that new identity, how to occupy that new reality that you desire and stay there, right? And some of her, she doesn't do an imaginal scene in a state akin to sleep or in a relaxed state. She doesn't imagine a visual image. She affirms it. She has she tells the story that everything's working out for her, right? Like some of the spiritual teachers talk about, Abraham Hicks, it's always working out for me. That's her mantra. So that's her inner speech, that anything she intends becomes part of her experience of reality. And remember, experience is reality. Your experience is that you are only ever experiencing ultimate reality, right? In all of its various forms, through your identity, through versions of you. And now, and many stories, right? She's in college, she's got, she's acing exams by intending it. She says she's even playing with the weather, right? Stopping it raining until she gets inside where it's dry. All sorts of things that she's really in her conviction of her identity as a multidimensional being that gets to decide her life experience, that gets to decide her experience of being that multidimensional being, her experience, in other words, of all that is, or that multidimensional version of her, right? Because remember, and we even, this came up a little bit with her, but with another client, this idea that it feels like now that they're shifting realities or versions of themselves fast. In other words, things are manifesting fast, things are unfolding fast. But remember, that experience of fast and slow is just an experience in linear time, in that world of duality, in the world of relativity, right? There is no fast or slow or time. Right? The experience of time is the experience of moving through different versions of you in different frames of reality. And you're doing that in every moment, billions of frames per second in every moment in the eternal now, where there's no fast and slow. So at every moment you're new, but there's only one moment, and it's now. Do you see it? So that's why sometimes when you're in the zone, you might be working on something, you might be playing a sport, and it feels like only 5 minutes went by, but a few hours went by, and you're shocked by it. Remember, that's the idea that when you're in that present moment of now, where time doesn't exist, then your experience was only 5 minutes, right? It wasn't 2 hours. Time is an experience, right? So that means you only aged 5 minutes, all right? So in each and every moment of now, you exist in a different and unique parallel reality and version of you, or parallel realities in versions of you, in every moment of now. So that feeling of fast and slow, or that feeling of acceleration, is just that increase in the degree of your awareness of who you are. Do you see it? The more you're aware of yourself as that multidimensional being, shifting versions of yourself and shifting realities, entering new portals in every moment, the faster it seems. It gives you the experience of acceleration. Do you see it? And you, and who you define, assume, and believe yourself to be in each and every moment determines your experience in that parallel alternative reality or version of you. In other words, what that parallel reality is to you is you. It's your concept of yourself. That's why the mantra, everything is working out for me, everything's going my way, everything's unfolding, everything I want is mine, is so powerful. That's all she does, and everything is unfolding. Right? She is in that magic. She's in that conviction. Let's unpack this. So remember, the only technique you'll ever need to manifest anything. Or in other words, to shift to your version of reality you want, or experience of reality that you want, is to be the identity, the version of you for whom and through whom your desired reality is already real. Because remember, experiencing is the only reality for you. Your imagination, what you experience, there's not even a distinction between inner experience and outer experience. There is no outer experience because there is no out there. Out there, as John Wheeler, the famous scientist, said, there is none. So there's only your experience. Inner and outer is the same. That's why in the Gospel of Thomas, Jesus said that the kingdom of heaven is within and outside. In other words, there is no inside and outside. It's just your experience of the kingdom of heaven, your experience of ultimate reality. Nothing exists outside of your experience of it. Your experience of reality is reality. Not what you think or judging as the changing appearances of your thoughts and feelings or outer conditions. It's your experience. You determine your experience. You are the only one, the one and only source that determines your experience of who you really are. All that is, you as source. Ultimate reality is within and outside of you. Verse 3 of the Gospel of Thomas. Ultimate reality is within and outside of you. Very powerful. So it's not about inner experience or outer experience. It's about your experience, because that's the only reality. Nothing is out there. It's all you. It's all within your mind, within your consciousness, right? As source, all that is, knowing and contemplating itself or yourself from infinite viewpoints, vantage points, and perspectives, creating the experience of time, of space, of conditions in others. That's all coming from within you. So stop confusing the conditions with your experience of them. I've talked about this, right? And what do I mean? I mean there's no outer experience, right? It means you don't see, create, or manifest conditions and then experience them. That's what I meant yesterday. That came up in a question in the session as well. Stop confusing the conditions with your experience of them. In other words, it means you don't see, create, or manifest conditions and then experience them. Rather, those conditions, time, space, and others, don't exist outside of your experience of them. Do you see it? That's what we mean by that. Don't confuse that. Your experience is everything. Those thoughts and feelings and everything else don't exist outside your experience of them. They're all you. And you get to determine your experience of all of it. Do you see it? Because there's no other reality. There's no one else experiencing it but you. I hope you got that. That's powerful. That's why the story or affirmation that this client is using with really astonishing results. Astonishing results. Everything is always working out for me is so powerful. That's one of her mantras, right? You occupy and identify, resonate, and correspond with the version of you for whom and through whom that reality or experience is real. Right? That's how she does it. Here and now, it makes linear time and other conditions irrelevant. She really knows now that it's irrelevant, that it's her experience that matters. That's the only reality. Doesn't matter what the appearances are showing her or her thoughts and feelings about it. She knows with absolute conviction that she determines her experience. And if she says everything is working out for her, that everything she wants is unfolding, that whether it's an A on an exam or an experience with her friends or other things, she knows it's a done deal because she says so, right? It doesn't matter how things appear to be because you already decided what they are to you. It doesn't matter how the appearances show up because you've already decided what they are, because you've already decided who you are. Wow. So you get to decide your experience by choosing and knowing who you are to everything. It's always working out for you. So you get to experience what you are to everything and what everything is to you, In other words, your experience by determining who you are. Wow, that's what she's doing. And who is she? She's the one where everything is working out for her. She's her ideal identity. That's her ideal, where everything she wants or desires unfolds for her. That love and kindness is all around her. That she's experiencing the ultimate life experience where everything is working for her no matter what they look like, those appearances, no matter what those conditions or appearances look like, right? You have defined your experience of reality as the version of you for whom and through whom everything always works out. That's what she did. She defined her experience of reality as the version of her through whom that everything in reality works out for her. The ideal her, the ideal you, right? So you define your experience as that version of you for whom and through whom everything always works out. The ideal you, right? And your experience is reality. There's no other reality other than you, your experience of it. And there's no one else that creates that experience or determines that experience but you. Wow. You know yourself as the one and only source of your reality. Ultimate reality is within and outside of you. Do you see it? There is no outer experience. We start creating that like, oh, I'm imagining it, but I don't want to just experience it in my imagination. I want to experience it out there. There is no out there. So when you're experiencing it within, you're experiencing it, period. That is all of it. When you know yourselves, then you'll be known, as also Jesus said in the Gospel of Thomas. In other words, when you know yourselves, you'll be known. When you know yourself that the inside and the outside are the same, that you're all of it, then you'll be known. In other words, you'll know that you are source. You'll know that conditions unfold for you whenever you want. Try it. Try it for 48 hours. It's a 48-hour challenge for you because her results are really amazing, right? Regardless of what you're thinking, regardless of what you're feeling, regardless of what you're seeing as appearances, declare that I am that person, that everything's working out for me, that everything I want is unfolding, that everything I want becomes my reality and is my reality. Declare that for 48 hours. No matter what you're seeing, no matter what you're thinking, no matter what you're feeling, feel the miracles that will unfold. This will transform your life overnight. I promise. Right? How to be in your new reality and identity no matter what. Really a masterclass. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the Be Something Wonderful Ambassadors, at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful, for joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, and for being part of our membership channel. Members, thank you. If you haven't joined and you're interested, there's a link below. Just to announce, at the end of this month, December 30th, at 9 a.m. in the morning on Saturday morning, I'm going to be doing our 9th live stream to be broadcast exclusively on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel. So if you haven't joined, you can check it out. If you're a member, definitely join us. It will be available for viewing and loaded on the channel right after the live stream on December 30th. Keep sending your questions to info@besomethingwonderful.com. Those are the questions I'll answer, and others during the live stream. Creators, with great love, with great light, and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin in the studios at Be Something Wonderful in Las Vegas. Until next time, see you soon.